So the Donetsk Mission was formed, I forget which year, it was in the 90s. So the Soviet Union fell in 91, and then the Kiev Mission was made then, and the Donetsk Mission, those were the only two missions around then, so the early 90s. Later, I'm not sure exactly what year, it was in the 2000s, I think, the Donetsk Mission got split into the Dnipropetrovsk Mission. So the Donetsk Mission covers the entire east side of Ukraine, and as opposed to comparing it to other parts of Ukraine, it's definitely the most Russian-influenced part of Ukraine because, one, it's neighboring Russia right there, and even though Ukrainian is the national language of Ukraine, I would say 95% of the language that was spoken in that mission was Russian. You only ever heard Ukrainian like on a commercial or something. You'd hear somebody speaking, or on the TV, or you'd see it like on signs. But other than that, everything else was in Russian. Everybody spoke Russian. That was like the main language to speak. As opposed to if you go on the west side of Ukraine, there's the Lvov mission and the Kiev mission. Especially the Lvov mission, they speak Ukrainian there completely. And the Kiev mission is kind of more, it is more Russian than Ukrainian, but there's definitely, you hear Ukrainian mixed in there a lot of the time. Actually, before I got evacuated to Bakersfield, we all got moved to the Kiev mission for a month. And while I was there, I noticed right away just how night and day different it was, in the sense that I heard so much more mixed Ukrainian and Russian so much more often. Yes, Russian was the main language, but even in church, because of the political situation going on, a lot more people had more of a patriotic feel at the time. So a lot of people in that side of the country were speaking Ukrainian kind of to make a point. And in church, you'd hear both Ukrainian and Russian going on both of the time. And it was hard to like keep track of it because you understand it at first, and then they like switch languages mid-sentence sometimes, and you just get so confused. But as for Donetsk itself, it was very predominantly Russian. That was the main language that everyone spoke. And it had more of that Soviet Union type feel. It's kind of more of a industrial area of Ukraine, especially Donetsk city itself. So there's a lot of big mines. It's kind of dirtier. Because if you go to downtown Kyiv, it's very nice. It feels like a more modern European city. But Donetsk has more of the old Soviet Union factory type feel. So I started my mission January 2nd, 2013. And I came home December 17th, 2014. So those 2 years, 2013 and 2014. The areas I served in, when I first got to Donetsk, I served in Makiivka. Then after that, I served in Kharkov in the Saltivka district. Then I came down to Donetsk again, and I served in the Petrovsky district. Then I went back up to Kharkov and served in the Novy Doma district, which means new homes, is what it's called. And it was when I was there, after I'd been out 17 months, that I got evacuated. So then, when I came to Bakersfield, California, I started off in Bakersfield, and I was in the Monica ward for 5 months. That was in the Bakersfield East stake. And then I got moved down to the Lancaster stake for my last couple months, and I was in the Rancho Vista ward.